R.V. Lamb 1967 2 QB 981. The defendant, Terence Walter Lamb, was arraigned on an indictment before Glyn-Jones J and a jury, charging that he unlawfully killed Timothy Odenag. Lamb possessed a Smith & Wesson revolver, with a 5-chambered cylinder. Lamb was joking with Odenag, his best friend, by pointing the revolver at him whilst the cylinder contained 2 bullets in the chambers, neither of which were opposite the barrel. Odenag likewise played along with the joke and was not concerned by the situation. Lamb then pulled the trigger, thereby rotating the cylinder clockwise, causing a bullet to be placed opposite to the barrel. The bullet was struck by the striking pin and killed Odenag. Lamb contended that he had no intention to harm Odenag or an intention to fire the revolver. He claimed that the killing of Odenag was a mistake because he failed to acknowledge that the chamber rotated clockwise when the trigger was pulled, and that he otherwise believed that the 2 bullets in the cylinder were not in the barrel. The prosecution adduced evidence from 3 expert witnesses. The 3 experts were Mr. McCafferty, a firearms expert, Mr. Burr, an executive officer attached to the firearms branch of Scotland Yard, and Police Constable Pullen. During the course of directing the trial jury, Glyn-Jones J said, inter alia, "If you are satisfied of that, then I direct you as a matter of law, and you must take it from me, that to use a revolver, a lethal weapon such as this revolver, in the circumstances of this case, in such a manner as in the contemplation of any ordinary man, possessed of his reason, will cause real and unnecessary risk of injury to another, is an unlawful act, whether or not it falls within any recognized category of crime, and surely, to have known perfectly well that what he was doing was dangerous." In directing the jury, Glyn-Jones J did not refer to the defense of accident or to the need for the prosecution to disprove accident, before the jury came to a conclusion that the act was wrongful. Relevantly, the jury found Lamb guilty on both grounds of unlawful and dangerous act, and also criminal negligence. Lamb was the appeal from the judgment of Glyn-Jones J. There were a number of issues raised in the judgment of Lamb. The most significant issues included whether the judge misdirected the jury on the meaning of an unlawful act by directing them that the use of a revolver in such a manner in subjecting Odenag to a risk of harm was an unlawful act, and whether the judge misdirected the jury by directing them that an act must be dangerous if an ordinary man contemplates some danger arising from the act. Other issues included whether the judge misdirected the jury on the meaning of reckless, whether the judge misdirected the jury on the law of manslaughter, and the propriety of removing the defense of accidental killing from the jury's consideration. The judgment of Lamb, having regard to the judgments of Andrews v. Director of Public Prosecutions 5 Andrews, and R. v. Church 6 Church, held that because mens rea was an essential element to assault, involuntary manslaughter on the ground of an unlawful and dangerous act could not be established on the facts, except by proving the element of intention in regards to the technical assault, such that Lamb's conduct was unlawful. 7 Specifically, Sachs L.J., Lyell and Jeffrey Lane, stated that it is the correct view that for the act to be unlawful it must constitute at least a technical assault. 8.